Hey, it's Neecee, Lexy lighting up the screen. Digital magic.
Hi guys, this is Neecee Lexy, content creator, digital marketer, as well as a blogger. I almost forgot to state that line. So as you all know, you've probably been posting constantly on Instagram, on your social media account. You've probably been running ads. You probably have a website, looks so amazing, but you're still suffering with getting leads or with getting a client and things like that, or even getting views or even followers. So what is probably the issue? If you're a content creator or a startup or a small business owner, the biggest mistake you're actually doing, it has to do with few things that I'm going to list here. If you're able to fix those few things, I'm pretty confident that your brand can actually become very strong, and you can actually start to fix your whole business strategy. So your hustle is not a mistake, but your branding is. So what does that mean? Is that first of all, you need to, the first mistake that a lot of entrepreneurs or a lot of content creators make when they want to create a personal brand or business brand, it's they focus so much on the logo aspect of it, like the designing of the logo, how pretty it is and things like that. But your branding is not about just the aesthetic part of it. It also has to do with the fact that, what's your mission, what's your vision, what is the value proposition of your brand look like. And once you'll be able to explain that, and you'll be able to explain that really well and understand your audience, then any content that you're posting and any of the images and the aesthetic that you want to share, it has to also follow and speak to those audience, or speak to those demographic or individual that you're trying to go after. That is why I would say fix your mission, your branding strategy, by understanding what the mission is, what the vision is, and the marketing copy ads that you're going to be writing, before focusing on just like the aesthetic part of it. The second mistake is a lot of people actually do, which I have in my note here, is inconsistent visual. Yes, you might have the most amazing brand, but if you're not consistent with your brand identity, it's going to confuse a lot of people. 1 minute you're a luxury brand, you're posting everything gold and black and very sophisticated and elegant. The next week you're posting everything in hot pink or neon colors and things like that. That is very confusing when it comes to branding. Your brand is not consistent. People don't know if you're playful or if you're a very serious brand. So the biggest thing I would say is try to identify main colors that you want to use for your brand, and also maybe look into like the brand architect and basically look into what type of brand that you want to represent and the color that you want to use, and keep it consistent. That would also help you, because if your brand is very consistent, it will help for people to recall your brand when they see you on social media. Let's say they saw you on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or even YouTube, they're more likely to be able to resonate and recall your brand name and your brand identity just by the colors and the text that you put. Okay, so stay consistent. Don't be switching up, like 1 minute you're hot and next minute you're cold. The third thing I would also say is trying to copy and paste. Obviously you probably understand that you have to kind of look into what your competitors are doing, and based on what your competitors are doing, you're supposed to kind of copy and paste their style. But I would say staying authentic is more valuable to you as opposed to just copy and pasting. That is because if you are authentic, people can see that, people can resonate with that, especially if you're hitting the right target audience. They're more likely to be coming to you for the service, for the product that you have, and be able to be your loyal customers or fans and things like that. That's why you see Nike and Adidas and Under Armour, these are all sports related brand, right? Nike and Adidas are all selling shoes, but they're all authentic to their own brand identity. So if you're able to come into the market that or industry or niche that you're in, and it's staying authentic, people can actually resonate to that, and they're more likely to be able to help you with your brand growth. So do not avoid this copy pasting thing. Be authentic. Another mistake that most people do is that they're trying to not kind of have a, what do you call it, No brand consistency is another thing that I mentioned, and then also they are kind of focusing on just like the organic marketing part of thing, but they're doing it wrong. So what that means is you don't have a specific marketing strategy in place. What that means, your website has a poor SEO, your ad copies are not aligning with what you're trying to do. So therefore, because you need to focus on your marketing strategy, which means working on your SEO for the website, but on your social media, utilizing the hashtag, and also checking your website site speed, ensuring that your website is loading accurately, especially if it takes forever for the website to load. People are more likely to leave your website and go somewhere else because they don't want to waste their time, and people attention time is very small, so they're more likely to just go to the next person. And then another thing is, if they're seeing that your quality is not resonating to what they're actually looking for, they're gonna leave. That is why it's very important for you, when you're writing your ad copies, you're writing your content, you're writing your blog, you're writing any email material that resonate with the service that you're doing. Make sure that you're targeting the right audience, but also highlight their pinpoint, highlight the problem and the solution you're offering. They're more likely to be able to come to you as a client, as opposed to just kind of you're not giving them the answer that they're looking for. They're gonna go to your competitor. So if you made some of these mistakes that I highlighted, it's not the end of the world. You can fix those. I have made those mistakes in the beginning when I was kind of starting my brand, but obviously now as a seasoned digital marketer, these are some things that I can spot on and actually work on to be able to help and fix my brand. And that is why I'm sharing it with you guys, so that way I know that you guys are able to take some of these negative knowledge and actually improve your brand strategy. And for those who want to support with their own branding and identity, I have a lot of materials, whether it's blog, whether it's videos on personal brand and how to do that. It is on SEO, so you can go to my previous video and check that out. Apart from that, I would say, feel free to reach out to me if you need any more information on that aspect of the marketing side and also the branding. I will be able to help you guys with that as well. So I'll see you soon, and I hope this video was very valuable, and if it is, make sure to follow me for next more video that I'm going to be uploading regarding how to optimize your business and also your digital marketing for your brand. See you guys. Bye.
Breaking news, got the world in a stride. Digital queen, living out a dream. Neecee, Lexy, always on the scene. So hit that subscribe, stay along for the ride with Neecee, Lexy. The hustle's worldwide.